what brought you here?
That's a pretty broad question.
I would say just, getting to know Coach Smith and Coach Hawk really helped me make my decision. They welcomed me in, and the whole staff was just really very welcoming and made it a family environment. It made it an easy decision for me.
Middle Tennessee State doesn't get a good name around here because of basketball. Have you heard that yet?
Yeah. They actually still have a banner hanging up from that game in the facilities over there.
I don't doubt it.
I think we talked with Q, and how much did you kind of talk to him about what this program and coaching staff is like in that in making your decision, and what ultimately was maybe the biggest draw of the program itself?
I would say we talked a good amount. I would say mainly just trying to figure out more about the university itself, not as much the program, because I figured when I came on my visit, I was going to hear a lot about the program from Coach Smith and all them. So, but the biggest thing that I feel like that drew me here would be the off the field stuff. Like I met with Kurt Richardson, and he showed me the internship opportunities and things like that they offer off the field. So I feel like that was the biggest thing.
What's the adjustment then? Just offense, you played at a couple of different schools. Are there similarities, differences? I guess how they've gone picking it up this way.
Yeah, so actually, this will be my third year running the pro style offense. This is probably the most detailed that the offense has been that I've ran. So it's pretty similar. Been pretty easy transition for the most part, just trying to get the terminology and everything down.
What do you think about quarterback Aiden Giles and Nick Marsh as well as a guy who did some things here last year and comes back sort of an established guy?
Yeah, those are my guys, man. I just try, take every day, try to learn them, try to build the best relationship I can with them and everybody else on the team. And just try to make the most out of every day because this is my last season, so just trying to take it all in one day at a time.
How do you describe yourself as a player, and what were they liking about your game when they brought you in, and how they saw you could help this offense?
I would say the biggest thing would probably be my speed, and I play bigger than I am. I'm not the biggest guy out there, so I try to play bigger than I am actually.
Was it true you didn't drop a ball until last week? Somebody was mentioning I think it was Malik maybe.
Yeah. I do not recall if that's true or not, but
I feel like you've been having a good spring, I guess, in terms of...
Yeah, I feel that way. So I'm going to just go with that and say that is true.
Does it help, with all the turnover they had at receiver, Nick's the only guy coming back that had double-digit catches last year. Does it help when you're, part of a group of veteran transfers coming in all at the same time, trying to, find your own new roles?
I feel like we all know that we have a very skilled receiver room, and we know that the playing time will get spread around. So it's just making the most of the opportunity that you get.
Did you played with Peyton Thorne down in Auburn, right?
Yeah.
What did you talk to him at all? I know he's came through here for a few years.
No, we didn't talk. After the fact, though, we did talk. He just told me he was excited that I was coming up here and stuff like that.
Wondering about just the decision to move on from Auburn and go to Middle Tennessee. How much did you maybe grow in that year, and how do you translate that back up to the level?
It's probably my biggest year of growth. Coming from Auburn to Middle Tennessee was obviously a very big difference. Not the same resources and things like that, but I just knew I had to go in and make the most of the opportunity that I got there and just try to do what I can with it. And the plan wasn't really to leave Middle Tennessee, but opportunities came up after the season. So
just little things like travel, planes, or just kind of the stuff you get at the Auburn level that you're not getting.
Just everything in general, like the facilities to academic resources to, like you said, the planes, food, all of that.
Yeah. Nice to be back.
Yeah, it's definitely good having the nicer things again.
What is your major?
Interdisciplinary studies.
So when you talk about the internship aspect, what kind of things do you want to do beyond football that you're able to do here?
I actually do want to coach when I'm done playing football, but outside of that, I feel like I can help people in terms of mentally. So I actually took a lot of psychology classes before I got here, and because I enjoy like talking to people and getting to know people and things like that, and helping people out like that.
Middle Tennessee, I'm guessing you got a lot of attention and you still put up some numbers. Are you looking forward to maybe having some guys around you that can draw some attention and maybe give you some one-on-ones, some lanes, stuff like that?
Everybody in the room can make plays. Everybody from top to bottom. So whoever else gets opportunities, I'm excited to see what they do with them.
Does that open things up, you think, for guys though to?
Oh yeah,
different opportunities?
for sure.
How has the team in the wide receiver room specifically helped you adjust to the new university and team itself?
Man, this probably been the smoothest transition I've ever had. Just being welcomed in and having not much negativity being towards myself or anybody else for that matter. So it's a good thing, and it's been a very easy transition.
Has there been one person or player that's really helped you adjust and kind of like been a good friend and everything in this process?
I feel like just all the skilled players and the linemen just try to stick together. Just try to make everybody as comfortable as possible and make everything as easy as possible.
You were an all-conference guy on the return team, I believe, as a returner. I guess how has that process been getting acclimated to that position, and what are your expectations there for this year?
Yeah, so that was actually my first year ever returning. So it was fun for me, and I just look forward to just seeing what I can do on this level back there.
You're repping there this spring. Kind of expectations are that you're gonna try and work your way in as return man here too.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned it being your last year. Does that create just sort of a natural hunger or urgency type of thing when you got one season left?
I just try to stay level-headed at all times. Like my mentality with anything, don't flinch. So adversity shows up, don't flinch. Just keep going, keep grinding at it, and everything will work itself out.
Who are those guys in the receiver room that have helped you out? Just whether it's scheme or getting around the place or anything. Anybody that's kind of been a leader to you in that room?
It's really just been everybody. Like we have our own simple group chat without the coaches. So like whenever we have questions or anything like that, or if something comes up, we'll just text them and just talk to each other.
What do you think about Coach Hawkins?
I love Coach Hawkins. That's my guy. We have our serious moments, but a lot of times me and him just joking around, trying to have a good time.
Is it impactful to learn from a guy who's done it at that highest level
Yes.
as a player? How do you what lessons are you getting from him in terms of that? Like to get to that next level, you got to do X, Y, and Z.
I think for him, it's more since he's been there, he can, chime in on things that he's seen and experienced at that level, and I feel like that helps put things in a better perspective for me, because that's what I'm trying to do at the end of the day.